A question that is related to what both of you are discussing. So it's a very popular Advaitic, non-dualistic, as well as a spiritual saying, which says that the world is unreal, the world is not true. What do you guys think of that statement? We can start with maybe Pete or Bill,
Yeah, start with
whoever
Pete.
want to go first.
Start with Pete, because he's the one that we're centering on right now.
Okay.
Well, tell the truth, I think that is baloney. I mean, it's nonsense. Uh, what do you mean by the world is not real? You know, the problem is with the word, the understanding of the word reality itself. All right,
Yeah.
there is nothing that is not real. An illusion is real. An illusion is a misinterpretation of data. Look at a mirage. A mirage is there's no water there. You misinterpret it as a lake, but it's just the way the hot air refracts the light and makes the shimmer and look like water. But there is a reality there, the vibration of the air, the heat.
Well, the key word you're using is the key word you are using there is the word interpretation.
Exactly, or misinterpretation.
So when do we ever have something that's not interpretation?
Well, that is a good question because only that would be for about something that you see for the first time, because anything that you have seen before has already been interpreted, and even if you don't think about the interpretation, already the brain has a meaning for that thing that you're seeing, and you're recognizing it. You see a bird, and even if you don't think, oh, that's a bird, you're recognizing it as a bird. You're not mistaking that for a lion and run away. You know.
Right. Well, and even if you don't know, if you haven't seen that type of thing, that is an object. Is itself an interpretation.
Well,
For example, on my TV screen, I can see a patch of pixels and interpret that as an object, even though it's just a bunch of clumps of pixels on the screen. Decide that that is an object, or there can be a shadow in the wall. I think there's something in the room. Oh, no, wait, it was just a shadow. There was no object.
Right. Okay.
So just interpreting an object is interpretation.
Okay, of course, we're here dwelling in the hypothetical, but suppose you see, as you are hiking about the hills there, you see an alien that has just left his flying saucer or whatever, and it's completely something that you had never seen. It's not even matter. It's something completely new. So you will have no interpretation about what you're seeing. you will get one in a couple of seconds, but
yeah, maybe a millionth of a second at least. But
yeah.
there's something you wrote in one of your posts yesterday today, where you talk about there were no thoughts, just as silence, something like that. And it seemed to me that in that kind of condition, there really is no interpretation. You're just being that whatever's happening, there's no need to figure anything out. When that silence is happening, there's no interpretation going on. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. Well, that is the for me the essence of being to a certain level of realization, is that you see the world with certain immediacy without being too much aware of yourself. In other words, the what you see can absorb the observer and create. You are right there without divisions in that experience. Now it doesn't last too long. You need the observer. No one can live without the observer for too long. It's a necessity. Because otherwise you will have to be fed spoon like a baby. You won't even be able to eat. They say that Ramana Maharshi was like that, right? He wouldn't even eat. He was lying in a cave, and people had to come and feed him until he snapped from that, right?
Well, I don't know. I that's not my experience, but
or an Alzheimer patient is the same. That they don't even know what a spoon is. They don't recognize food. They have to be fed like.
No, but really, Pete, it depends. To me, the mind can be silent, and I'm cooking dinner. It's not like I don't know how to cook dinner, just because my body does it. Make sense?
I don't.
You don't buy it.
So, no, that's fine.
No, I mean, I see. My mind has been silent for 30 years.
I don't know. If it was to the body by itself, then there would be no Alzheimer's disease. The brain that does all those actions, and without the brain, nothing will happen.
Well, okay. So what I'm saying is, that the mind is silent. Okay, so.
Oh yeah, I believe that your mind is silent. You don't need to think. You don't need. See, thoughts are different from knowing and being aware. Thoughts are more or less a verbalization of knowledge.
But you can do without those verbalizations. You can go for a long time.
You can do without them, sure. It's very hard, but because we're so used to talk to ourselves, but I go for minutes and hours without doing it, but
I started it started happening to me about 1980. And I would drive from Phoenix to Tucson, and I realized when I entered Tucson, I had not had a thought the whole time. There was just desert, steering wheel, sky.
Yeah, that's great. That's wonderful. You have a blissful trip, right?
Yeah. But another way, like meditating. So you meditate, and then I would meditate with my eyes open. And so inside and outside eventually just become the same. There's no inside, outside. It's just this something. Well then, so there's a calm. It's like a little pond where there's been some turbulence, but now it's calm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now I can get up. I'm still meditating. I can walk in the kitchen and start making dinner. I'm still in that staying quiet state.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I mean.
Okay. I'm in complete agreement with it.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry for the.
I would like to ask